This is the order that I set my camera settings in my exact thought process behind my camera settings. So I was at a photo shoot the other day and I caught myself in my own process of considering my camera settings. So I thought I'd share it. So 95% of the time, I'm going to start with aperture. So at this shoot, it was a headshot. So I walked up, put my aperture to f4. I forgot to record this in the original video, but I'm always gonna make sure that my ISO is low enough to get great images out of the type of photos that I'm taking. So for this photo shoot, it was outdoor headshots, so I'm gonna start with my ISO at ISO 100. But if I was in a darker setting outdoors, I would start at ISO 400. And then if I was indoors, I would start somewhere between ISO 800 to 2000, or maybe even more. And then I adjusted my shutter speed to achieve proper exposure. And then I checked that shutter speed to make sure it was fast enough to not get any blurring in the photos, either from camera shake or from the movement of my subject. Now there's two things that I think about on this. The first really generic rule that you can use, and this is a super safe rule for everyone. To avoid camera shake, make sure your shutter speed is 2 times your focal length. For that headshot, I was using this 85mm right here. Multiply that times 2 in shutter speeds and you get 1/170th of a second, which isn't a real shutter speed. But I know I'm fine at 1/160th of a second, which is just close to that. Now the second thing you need to adjust your shutter speed for is any movement from your subject. Now for a headshot, my subject really isn't gonna be moving at all, so that 1/160th of a second minimum for camera shake would be fine for the motion of my subject as well. Now if my shutter speed was too low, I would boost my ISO to make sure I could get my shutter speed fast enough. Now 5% of the time I do something different. And this is when I'm going for purposeful blurring in my photos. Now when I'm doing that, I'm going to start with my shutter speed first. And when you're trying to get blurring, you're gonna have a really slow shutter speed. And then I'm going to adjust the rest of my settings to support that slow shutter speed. I've been a professional photographer for 18 years now. That's been a lot of years making money with a camera. I'm at a place in my career where I'm now mentoring and supporting other photographers. So if you're a photographer who feels stuck or overwhelmed, or like you could just use some help figuring this thing out, and you want to make money with a camera, send me a DM with the word inspired if you're interested in working with me. And follow me for more tips on how to actually make money with a camera and how to make your very best photography work.